Alright, so you guys remember this Hume Band tracker? Well. Look what we have here. This is the Hume Band 2.0. It is the updated version with a bunch of new upgrades. And yes, I might be a little bit too excited over a wristband, but trust me, there is a lot here to unpack. So watch my Hume Band 2.0 review to learn if the updated version is actually better than the original one. And if so, how? Of course, I also secured an exclusive discount for you guys for the new band, so scan this QR code, or if you want to, follow the link in the description. Now, a quick intro into what the Hume Band is. This gadget falls into the wearable tech category. More precisely, it is a health tracker that is designed for longevity. It tracks your key health signals from your body so that you can see patterns over time and understand how your habits may affect your long-term wellness. Unlike step counters, Hume Band 2.0 quietly keeps track of my body's signals so that I can notice patterns over time. But we will get to that in a moment. First, let's go through the unboxing. Well, let's take a look, shall we? First off, as you might have expected, we have the Hume Band. But wait, there is more. We also have the charger and the charging cable. Now this is a magnetic charger that just snaps onto the back of the device in order to charge it. We also have the quick start guide in here as well, just in case you get lost and need a little help getting started. All Hume Band reviews will point out the key design goal, the focus on being a distraction-free wear. That's why the Ultralux band is so minimalistic, and I love this approach, especially when the technology these days mostly act like attention thieves rather than tools to help you focus on your goal. And the strap really feels more premium and softer than the old one, which is impressive because the old one was already pretty comfortable to wear. Hume Health also claims that the band is breathable and lightweight. Now I have tested this and I can confirm it even somehow dries faster after a shower than the original one. It's some super knit technology, you see. 1-0 to Hume Band 2.0. Let's continue with this Hume Band 2.0 review by taking a look at the new features on top of the already mentioned new wristband. The biggest difference is the battery life. It is now lasting up to 14 days with a single charge versus the old version's battery, which lasted only 7 days. The new one reaches full charge in about 30 minutes compared to the largely variable charging times of the previous one, which could take up to 20 minutes or even up to 80 minutes. Hume Health says it improved the wearable sensor accuracy with better signal processing, and that now yields more reliable health insights and clearer trends over time. In a way, that's more like saying, well, we can trust the metrics more now. Now let's cover the features that passed the score and were carried over from the older version to the new one. Fortunately, the sensor is still IP68 dustproof and water resistant and can withstand depths of up to 1 meter for up to 2 hours. The band connects via Bluetooth and is compatible with iPhone 8 Plus and newer, and with iOS 14.0 and above, and Android 8.0 Oreo and above. Unlike some other bands, Hume Health app requires no subscription to be able to use the band or to access your raw data. However, if you do like the AI-driven insights, personalized longevity coaching, or deep health analysis, you can subscribe to the Hume Premium, starting at $8.99 a month. Also worth noting, the new Hume Health band still easily pairs with the Hume Body Pod for more in-depth body composition tracking to get even fuller health data insights. What about the core metrics? Has anything changed? Yes. What's new is that instead of isolated readings, 2.0 tracks blood pressure patterns across days and habits, showing how your blood pressure changes over time. There's also a new nutrition tracking feature coming up in June. Soon you'll be able to connect food intake with your body's response for deeper health insights. Well, I'm not gonna pretend that I know what it means, so I'll just keep enjoying my snacks while the band catches up, right? Talking about metrics, Hume Health Band tracks a lot. Here are the core longevity metrics. Metabolic capacity. That measures how efficiently your body produces and recovers energy. It's kind of like in a game, your whole battery icon. You use the data to better balance your daily strain, stress, and recovery for better longevity and vitality. There's also a metabolic momentum, which shows whether your current habits may be slowing down or speeding up the aging process. Next is chronic illness detection. Hume Health says the app may detect early indicators of chronic illness risk by analyzing trends in heart rate variability, skin temperature, and sleep. An overall health score is calculated by combining sleep, recovery, and stress data. Think of it like a credit score, but for your health. It tells you where you stand and acts as a guide to where you're heading. The sleep tracking and stress monitor add another layer by telling you how rested your body is and whether your sleep schedule is working with your body or against it. The first one captures timing, consistency, and quality of sleep across days and weeks, revealing patterns that indicate circadian drift. Things like going to bed later, and later waking up at random times, followed by fragmented sleep. Hume Band flags psychological and emotional stress by analyzing cardiovascular signals alongside movement data. So when your heart rate rises and HRV drops, while accelerometer data shows minimal physical activity, the band classifies this pattern as likely mental or emotional stress rather than physical activity. And you can see Hume Band tracks a lot of your biometrics to provide you with detailed, specific insights. In addition to the ones mentioned, it also tracks blood oxygen, respiratory rate, skin temperature, strain, and recovery. And finally, if paired with the Hume Body Pod, the Hume Band 2.0 can track your full body composition. So from the band, you get info on how your body is behaving, and from the body pod, what your body is made of. Body fat, muscle mass, bone mass, water percentage, visceral fat, and so on. So together, you can see how your behavior is affecting your body. For example, I've been sleeping better lately, and I noticed that my muscle mass is up too. The best part, with my discount applied, you can know your body's biometrics for cheaper. To get it, just scan this QR code or click the link in the description. And don't even worry if you don't really like it after you get it. In addition to free shipping, Hume offers a 45-day return window, so it is basically a risk-free purchase. Well, now that you know all of the features and metrics of the Hume Band 2.0, we can move on to Hume Band setup. Okay, so the first step is to charge your band, and you can do that by connecting it to the magnetic charging dock. You just need to remove these little plastic tabs first. The magnetic charger only clips on one way, and then it is simply a case of plugging it in. There we go, charging. After that, you just need to download the Hume Health app. Once it's downloaded, all you need to do is follow the in-app instructions to pair your phone to the band via Bluetooth. It is actually really straightforward, and my phone picked it up and recognized it pretty much instantly. Next up, you just enter your personal information like your age, weight, height, and any other information it needs, and that's so that the band can show personalized, accurate information for you. And now all that's left to do is to let the band snugly lie on your wrist so that you can open the app and let it collect the initial data. Once the calibration is done, the 2.0 starts tracking your biometrics. And that is it. To be honest, that is one of the simplest setups I have done in a while. So time for a bit of a personal experience shared for this Hume Band review. I wore the Hume Band 2.0 for a while before making this video. And you know what? I am pretty impressed with its performance. The new accuracy, blood pressure tracking, and a 14-day battery life are all noticeable improvements. The new wristband's comfort makes it easy to wear all day and night. The app also turns raw data into simple nudges, such as reminders to maybe prioritize sleep, exercise a bit more, or adjust your routine. Not too annoyingly, just enough for you to take it seriously. For example, your recovery is low, try a 5-minute breathing session, or low recovery, skip high intensity, do light movements instead. I mean, we can be harsh on ourselves, right? Pushing our body to do more than what it needs to do when it just needs rest. So it was nice having someone remind me to slow down a little bit. I genuinely tried to follow the advice, and you know what? My performance actually improved. But nothing is perfect. So there are some cons too. The thing that stood out most was no screen on the band. You get all of the feedback through the app. I mean, for me, that's not a deal breaker because, as I mentioned before, I knew that's part of the design and I like it because it makes it least distracting as possible. And what's more distracting than the opportunity to obsessively glance at your stats that are right here on your arm? Also, there is no manual or automatic workout tracking because the band is focusing on lifestyle and longevity. So it's not the right choice if you want to track your sessions and steps. And to track something like lifestyle accurately, you need to wear the band constantly. Well, the band is comfy, so again, not a huge problem for me. One more thing, some features require a premium subscription for the AI insights, personalized coaching, or deep health analysis. But then again, it's optional. In any case, you get the Hume Band 2.0 at the best available discount using this QR code or using the link in the description. I mean, have you already tried using a Hume Band? Obviously, leave a comment about what you think about it and be sure to watch our other videos. Anyway, peace out. I'll see you next time.